Good evening from the legendary Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium on the campus of Collinsville High School. This is the IHSA semifinal for the Collinsville Sectional, and it's Quincy High Blue Devil basketball postseason style. And good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Wellman as we get ready for the broadcast tonight. The Blue Devils, very familiar with the Collinsville court as the K-Hawks, as they won the Christmas tournament this year. 4 victories, so we've been on the floor 4 different times, but that doesn't matter because we know last year, starting off the regionals, we played these Redbirds from Alton in the first round. After one quarter, Alton had a 2-point lead. The Devils had a 4-point lead at half. At the third quarter, Alton took that 1-point lead again, and the Devils would come out and take the game away at the very end, 48-47, and of course would go on in the next game and win their 4th regional title in a row. Check that, last year was their 3rd. Of course, we won our 4th this year. So a lot of expectations, a lot of boxes to check out here, and one of them is to move on, and of course to move on to the state, you got to win your first round of the sectional. And I think that's the way it usually goes, right, Coach Bennett?
Well, yeah, and, Alton's coming off a big win, against Edwardsville down here, to win their regional. So, it's one of those things. This team's primed and ready to go. Stampley's averaging, almost 20 a game, so, a 6'3" junior, so we're going to have to find him. And then they got a couple other players, Taylor and Elliott, that are going to, augment and or, they could end up, because, they're both right at about, 8, 9 a game. You know what I mean? So they could jump up and give us a 20-point game. So, we've got to make sure we're guarding, on the defensive end, making sure one shot and done, get the rebound, and go the other way.
There you go. It's the pregame show, and it's the sectional semifinal right here in Collinsville. When we come back, we'll hear Coach's comments from Andy Douglas, of course brought to you by the QHS Honda and Hyundai. Blue Devil basketball right here against the Alton Redbirds on Mecca Sports Co.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
And welcome back to the pregame show. Of course, the pregame show and the coaches' comments are powered by QHS Honda, QHS Hyundai, Faith Family, and giving back with me, head coach for the Blue Devils, Andy Douglas. And here we are, our home away from home as far as number of games we've played compared to the Blue Devil Gymnasium.
Yeah, not a bad place to be right now.
And, of course, we love this place. I don't know, Coach Pettit doesn't like the purple, but it seems like we play well. And when he talked about it a couple times, that really the teams down here have the advantage because they're in the same conference. Well, Dave, they only play one time here. We played 4 during the Christmas, and I think that's got to feel a little bit better for our squad.
Yeah, no, it does. Obviously, being able to, play a few games here early on in the season or midway through the season has been good. We won a lot of games here on this floor, so I know our guys are confident in it. But the biggest thing is your preparation. I think our guys have prepared for this moment, so that's the ultimate advantage.
How was the week of practice?
It's been solid. We've had obviously a lot of time to dive into Alton. A lot of familiarities with them, obviously with them bringing back the majority of their squad last year, us doing the same thing. We know that this is a game of toughness. It was a hard one for us last year, one that, they let slip out of their hands and we took grasp of. But tonight it's going to be a battle, both offensively, defensively, both teams trying to, will their way on the other person, and I think our guys are ready to go.
Of course, Stampley last year had 20 when we played them. That was first round. That's a tough one. That makes people realize when you start postseason, you better bring your A game.
Yeah, you have to. It doesn't matter who it is. When you get to postseason, if you can get your group motivated, whether you're a 1 seed, a 7 seed, whatever, if you can motivate your guys to play to another level and catch a team off guard, a lot of things can happen.
And of course, we're healthy.
We are.
That's always a good thing, too. No, nothing special. I mean, both teams know each other. It's strap it on for 32 minutes and get after it.
That's it, man. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, like my shirt on here says, taking care of business.
Take care of business. That's what we have to do.
Good luck. We'll talk to you after
All
this.
right, thank you.
And that's Andy Douglas. His comments, of course, brought to you by Cunis Honda, Cunis Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back. When we get back here, it's the game, the sectional semifinal, the Quincy High Blue Devils and the Alton Redbirds right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Cunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit mechasportsco.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
And welcome back to Collinsville, the pregame show, of course, mechasportsco.com. And you heard Coach Douglas. Coach Pettit, not much to talk about when you've played the same team over the last couple of years. Some of the same guys are out there. Now, we haven't played them since last year, but that was a scary first round out there as we say hello to Mike Crow out there as he waves coming by here. Also, Todd Pettit, our superintendent, stopped by to say hi as well. Some relation to you as well, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But really, when it comes down to it, we've talked about this, and I know when I scouted as a coach, I paid a little attention to what the other team did. I broke down their O's, X's, and O's. But I didn't spend a lot of time worried about the other team, because if we did what we did right, that's all that mattered, and let them worry about making adjustments to me.
Well, you got to sit there and look at your top players, on the other team. And, when you look at Alton, Stampley's the guy. He's averaging 19 and a half a game. Nobody else is in double figures. So you need to find a way to, if he's going to get his 19, make it hard as heck for him to get his 19. You know what I mean? Make him work for those, because, if he's working for his 19, the other folks aren't getting into the flow of the ball game. So, I think he's the key to start with. The second one I'm looking at is Elliott. The other senior at 6'1", he's the ball handler. He's averaging almost 4 assists per game, 3.5 boards. 7+ points and, a steal and a half. So if we could cut off, those two guys, especially, Stampley, Stampley and then Elliott, and make him hard so he can't create, and get those easy shots, for the other people, we'll be in good shape tonight.
And, of course, we want to look at, the way we always do. Go into Keyshawn, start there, work inside out, and I think that's a key there. And I think why change anything? And I expect Coach to go man-to-man like he has and get after on that end, too. By the way.
Well, they've got a couple 6'6" dudes underneath that they can rotate in on Keyshawn, but you still got to get him the ball, and start the offense there. And then, open up the outside shooting and fast breaks.
The Redbirds come in 26-6. The Blue Devils come in 29-3. This is the sectional semifinal. Both teams with a goal in their mind out there. And the key will be right here as the Devils wear their home white, getting after it right from the start. And we'll tell you what's happening also in other places around the state, especially the other side of our bracket, as we get ready for our starting lineups and the national anthems. Of course, we'll have our announcements as well. Coach, do you have their roster? I forgot their coach's name.
Here it is right here. Dylan?
Yeah.
Dudley.
Dylan Dudley.
Yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember that, if he was there last year or not. I think he was.
Yeah, I think he's been there for 3 years building it back up. But, like 4 years ago, they weren't very good, and now, he's built the program back up.
And we're going to go ahead and take our break for our starting lineups. Of course, brought to you by Blessing Health, Blessing Orthopedic, and Sports Medicine. And you can catch it because they've got you covered from head to toe.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
You to assume your responsibility for good sportsmanship. Thank you once again for your cooperation. We now ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And there's your national anthem. As I turned and I saw Rick Hummel on the back wall right behind us, just in front, of course, we're just in front and over to the left of his normal seats when he was here. So Rick's watching over us there. Thank you, Rick. By the way, also a shout out. Ron Winden from Grandma Susie. She said you listen all the time and wanted a little shout out. So Ron Winden, glad you're with us tonight. Here's the lineup on the other side for the Alton Redbirds. At 19.5 points a game, Samaj Stampley. He'll wear number 00. Actually, he wears 0. Our 00 was last night. Averaging 9.5 points a game. Kobe Taylor, he'll wear number 2.
A 6'2" senior, number 11,
Hassani Elliott. He's averaging 7.2. He wears number 11.
A 6' senior, number 13.
And then the 6' senior, number 15, Ryan Howard. And rounding the lineup out for Dylan Dudley's squad, inside number 32, Jamarian Green. And that's the lineup for the Redbirds. They're in their gray, trimmed in red, little white in there as well, if we consider white a color. Redbirds looking ready. Like you said, Coach, they got a couple of big guys inside that they can alternate on Keyshawn. But if at least you can start inside and getting it out, that's always the start. And Keyshawn can step out as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, you do your pick and pops, you can go from there, too.
Now the Blue Devils, the home team here, as we felt like it. Collinsville winner here. 4 victories down here during the holiday. Took it against the Woodlands in Texas. And it's the 5 seniors that have been with us all year long. Cameron Wires wears number 5. He's at the point. BL3, that's Bradley Longford III. Your MVP in the conference. By the way, Cameron, honorable mention in the conference. Dom Clay, second team Western Big 6. Where's number 14? Look for him to get out. He's 33 points, by the way, from 1,000.
Oh, yeah.
So he's knocking on the door. Mark Louthan, the blue-collar guy, does the little stuff, plays hard D and rebounds. He'll wear number 20. And the big man inside, your all-time leading rebounder. By the way, checking on that, 40 more games than Payne had probably. So tip my hats to Michael again.
Oh, yeah.
Keyshawn wears number 42. And, of course, the Blue Devils are coached by Mr. Andy Douglas, assisted by Bruce Bonas, Ryan Brown, and Jeff Obert. And we are ready, Coach.
Well, and, I know for sure Michael didn't play his freshman year because that was my senior year. So, yeah, he only played, 3 years and, coming off the bench sophomore year and then, starting junior and senior. I mean, the numbers he put up were incredible.
Had maybe 91 or 95 games, I think, maybe 95, where Keyshawn might go over 130.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get up to that 130.
That'd be nice. That means we'll be
still doing ball games at the state.
Yeah, Monday, Monday here, after a couple wins here, and then, going to state. So, yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Clayton Smith, the athletic director at Collinsville, allowing us to video here. We'll also have the opportunity Friday if we pull off the victory, and Loughton's in the center circle. Coming into your living room for the first half for the Blue Devils. Tip goes up. Redbirds win the tip. With the ball at the point will be Elliott. Hassani gets it back to Samad Stampley. He's the leading scorer and controls action. Cameron will have him. Right side, Taylor. Man-to-man, that's Clay. There was a screen and roll. Nobody was there on the roll except for Keyshawn Thomas. And the Blue Devils have the first turnover. High post, double high post, Loughton and Thomas. Wires uses the screen. Loughton drops down. Wires goes to the basket, pulls it back out, went off a foot. And it went off of Alton's foot. Thought it was going to go out of bounds, but hustling down here in the corner was Colby Taylor, and he threw it off the Blue Devils, so back to the Redbirds. Bringing the ball down the court is Elliott. Elliott has BL3 on him. Drive down the right side, almost lost the ball. And again, another turnover. Dom Clay has it for the Devils. And another time we dribbled off a foot. Here comes Stampley. Oh, that's a nice shot. Inside was Wires. Clay came behind, was trying to block the shot. Stampley gets the first bucket.
Well, and Stampley's about 6'3" and very athletic, so we got to make sure we get him a little bit out farther on the court.
Devils have gotten 2 turnovers against the Redbirds. Goes in down on the block. Keyshawn works hard. Now they call traveling. I thought it was a good move, working the opposite foot with his pivot foot staying down. And
he was still dribbling, so I didn't see a travel call on that one.
Right, you can't really have a travel. You've either got to have a double dribble or overlapping, as they call it. Double dribble. Devils come back out man-to-man. Full court pressure. Passively, now they drop back into the half-court set. Hassani Elliott has the ball for the Redbirds. BL3 guarding him in the high post is Green.
And Elliott's not a very good shooter, so BL3 needs to, get down and, clog up the lane.
First foul of the game is going to go against the Devils. Bradley Longcore gets it called on him, BL3. First of the ball game with 6:28 left in the first quarter. Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit here. Wellman and Pettit all season long. Want to keep it rolling here. Elliott with the basketball in the half-court set. Down low on the block is Green. Elliott's still working back and forth. He's got 2 guys on each side. Coming off the screen off the left. Not there now. Going all the way around. Taylor, his shot no good. Rebounded. Keyshawn, big rebound. Devils got the basketball.
Who else would you say is going to get the rebound except for Keyshawn?
Double team in the backcourt. Wires gets it. Wires across the timeline. Loughton from the left corner. No good on the 3. It came back to the strong side. Rebounding there was Stampley. Alton quickly moving it down court. Stampley to Elliott. Elliott starts to drive against Loughton. Good job, Marcus, stopping him on the block. Almost a throwaway right there, out there by Machias, who checked in. He wears number 13, Alex Machias. Machias is going to set the offense to the right side. Stampley has it. Wires picking him up. BL3, hedged at second. Elliott now. Takes a while. Once they get going, they're on full gear. But Alton starts to set it up slowly. Machias. Oh, Machias went towards the middle and then spun around and took a bank shot off the glass. 4-0 Alton. I didn't expect that one. Devils, and they're going to have to watch that double teams when it's in the backcourt too. In the front court. Loughton with the ball, top of the key. Gives to Keyshawn. Keyshawn sees the backdoor cut. That's BL3. Bradley's in close. Good move. Little short hook. Longcore with the first score for the Blue Devils.
Well, and with Machias guarding him, he should be down low there and taking him to the basket.
Just like we talk about Keyshawn, it should be maybe BL3 now on the block, and you keep sending it down there.
Depending on matchups.
Right. 4-2, Redbirds with the lead from Alton. 4:30 left in the first quarter. Machias goes to the hole. Good job there by Loughton, reaching in to tap the ball. Machias' shot was over. Rebound, Keyshawn Thomas. BL3 down the right side. Machias on him. Gets a screen from Keyshawn. Double team coming. Getting around the double team. Now he's there finally around it. Cameron from the left side. 3, no good. Alton with a great save. But the only place he could put it was out on the out-of-bounds line over here. Keyshawn was going for it, only because Hassani Elliott did some great defense there, and the ball was outside of his reach. Turnover, Blue Devils.
Well, this Alton team's gotten after it on the defensive end here in their 2 wins. You know, I think they've given up 45 and 46 points, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, off the top of my head, now that we're out of the pregame, I forgot. In the half-court set, halfway through the first quarter. Coach Dudley yelling out to his squad. Coming back to the top to get the ball is Kobe Taylor. Taylor has it taken away by Clay. Clay gets it, takes it all the way. Lost it for a minute. Dom Clay with the move, and he should have been called for double dribble, I believe. He was dribbling, he picked it up and switched hands on the dribble. Alton was not happy. 4-4. We'll take it. And you have Machias sneaking up behind Clay, trying to pick his pocket. Clay with another steal. Machias threw the ball in the lane. Clay had it. Dom, hesitation in the corner. Back to the top of the key. Cameron Wires, left corner. Alton inside the line. No good. Keyshawn tipped the ball. Elliott comes away for Alton. Good job of Cameron stopping the ball.
I'd like to see the Devils get more on the offensive glass because the only one's in there is Keyshawn trying to get the ball.
Kobe Taylor comes down the right side, gets a step on Wires, and then scoops it under his arm off the glass, not under Kobe's, but actually under Wires' arm for the basket and a possible and one. Wires his first foul, second against the Blue Devils. No fouls yet on the Redbirds with 3:19 left in the first. First free throw of the night will go for Alton and Taylor trying to complete the blue collar. 4 Devils in the lane. No good. Keyshawn gets another rebound. Stampley was right there trying to take it. And they'll look for a quick double team. Stampley kind of hiding there, waiting. Here he comes back up. Wires gets by him to Clay to the middle of the court. Keyshawn strong to the hole. Contact. BL3 gets it. Short hook, good. And really, there should have been a call on the contact because it knocked Keyshawn off his mark, and he was under the basket.
And to be honest with you, I thought BL3 got fouled after he got the rebound and put it back up.
6-6 inside 3 minutes.
And I know we're homers, but, you know.
Cameron Burnett's in the ballgame, number 10 for Alton. He came in for Machias, and here's a steal by Alton. Alton getting lazy. Oh, great job by Alton. He hesitates. The defense flies in front of him, and then he brings the ball back, takes it in for the layup. 8-6 Blue Devils. Boy, I tell you what, Alton's doing a bad job of passing the ball and across the court, and we're in the passing lane.
Well, and, you know, we've got 4 baskets here, and probably 3 of them have been on turnovers.
And here's another
going
one.
The other way.
You got Hassani Elliott on the left side standing by Andy Douglas. He's watching, but he's talking to somebody, and they pass him the ball, and it goes right out of bounds to the Blue Devils. Literally the Blue Devils.
What, was he talking to Coach Douglas at the time?
No, he actually had his head. Maybe Andy was talking to him and distracted him. Here comes some full court pressure for Alton. Devils by 2, 2:18 left in the first. Oh, great into the front court. Keyshawn. Find your guard, Keyshawn. Oh, no, Keyshawn takes a great move. Keyshawn to the hole. He got to the high post. Nobody was there. He spun around on his man, took it in. Devils on a 6-point run, lead by 4, 10-6.
Well, once again, nobody's going to stop you. You keep going until they stop you.
I was looking to give it to the guard, and he says, hey, I got to go. I'm going here.
I'm a guard.
He is indeed. Milton Whitfield into the ballgame for the Devils right now. Hounding out high. He was taking care of Burnett. Ball back out to Elliott against BL3. Tries to back him in, comes back out. Kobe Taylor, long 3, left-hander, no good. Keyshawn goes up and says, I got it, Bradley.
And who else going to get the rebound except Key?
You got it. He's motivated tonight. You know what rebound and defense are both? Dedication, hard work. Devils in the half-court set. You got it. Wire starts the drive, kicks it out. Whitfield in the left corner. No good for 3. Had a good look. Good job by Cameron bringing the defense to him. Approaching 1 minute left in the first quarter. Stampley brings it across to the right. Burnett set a screen, now gets the ball for him. Burnett has Whitfield on him. Look for a nice hands right there. I was looking for a tip and take off the other way. Spread it out. Coach Dudley calls spread. As you can just tell out there, both arms all the way out.
Yep.
Stampley passes up the screen on Wires. in the left corner. Taylor, nice pass inside. Good weak side help. And the Devils get it. I can't remember who the weak side help was. BL3 had
Whitfield.
a 3-on-1, and Whitfield created that.
Whoa.
On the other end, Whitfield slides over. He must have made a little contact on Stampley. He was waiting for the charge, the Jeremiah, and Stampley went by him. I just thought it was a play on. Stampley will shoot. You know, that was a 3-on-1, and the minute Bradley looked right, Wires was open in the left corner. Foul was called on Whitfield, his first, Devils' third of the quarter. 40.9 seconds left in the first quarter. By the way, you know that official there? He has a contact to Quincy. Remember Ron Peter? Ron Peter had Denny Peter was his brother. Denny Peter's grandson.
Oh.
There you go. Now you know the rest of the story.
So we're going to get an extra couple calls tonight? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just showing you that we got relation out there.
We'll take any extra calls we can get.
Exactly. 1 out of 2 at the free throw line.
Let's get a good shot here. 35 seconds to go here, in the first quarter. Set up your offense, be patient and get a good look.
Pulling up for a little 15-footer was Wires. It looked so good he couldn't pass it up. We had nobody underneath for the board. Up 10-7. You really would have liked taking the last shot of the quarter.
A little bit too quick.
Sometimes those things look so big out there. That basket looked like, the ocean. Down to 12 seconds left in the quarter. Hassani Elliott, number 11, pass it right side. Stampley. Stampley will come across. Burnett, back to Stampley. Clay now has Stampley. Pull up for 3, no good, partially blocked. Good job, Dom Clay. And the first quarter is in the books. Your Quincy High Blue Devils 10, the Alton Redbirds 7, and you've got Blue Devil basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome back to Collinsville Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. 1960, let's see, was his best year. 1978 was his last year.
78 was pretty good. I mean, they got third in the state, and I think they lost one time that whole year with Stallings, Bellbreak, and Ray.
It wasn't to us. We came down and got thumped.
Well, yeah.
First game of the year.
I think we lost by 18, at Blue Devil Gymnasium. So, yeah, I mean, he had quite the record. 700-plus wins and only 100 losses. So, yeah, I mean, what a coach.
Indeed. Second quarter, Devils will have the basketball. Wires, Clay, BL3. Keyshawn, the starter, staying in. Whitfield, who was in at the end of the first quarter, will stay in the game. Burnett and Taylor on the backcourt. Inside still is Green. And there he is. I was wondering if they put Stampley down on the bench. They did not. And rounding it out is Ryan Howard, who started the ball game.
I don't think you'll see Stampley on the bench very much at all today.
I would agree. Clay starts the drive from the left side all the way to the hole. Fouled on the drive.
Well, that's the one thing I like that the Devils can do. They have 3 or 4 people that can, take the ball to the hole hard, when the defense is spread out, and I think they're going to have to take advantage of that, here in the second quarter, and then that'll free things up for your three-point shooting, third and fourth quarters.
First foul of the second quarter, and it is called on Kobe Taylor, his first, obviously, since it's the first foul for Alton. They did not foul in the first quarter. Clay had a nice shot there, just rattled in and jumped out. We've seen soft rims with these basketballs this year. Then we got the old rims like that rattle a little bit. Somebody's got to be doing a study on that. We'll have to get a grant, a Mecca Sports grant, and study that. Second shot is good. Dom, 1 of 2. Dom's got 3. And to start the second quarter off, Devils are up 11-7. Wires is picking up Stampley all the way down the court. Samaj spins, starts to drive. Keyshawn's there. Takes the shot over Keyshawn, misses. The ball's tipped out, and here comes Milton Whitfield. Milton trying to go coast to coast. He does, and it was a goaltend, but Keyshawn got it and put it back up. The ball definitely hit the glass first and then was blocked against the glass. A missed call, but Keyshawn right there for the putback. 13-7, Devils with the lead.
I used to always teach my teammates, you always be the second one down on the fast break, because if the layup is challenged and it doesn't go in, you're going to be there for an easy bucket.
We've seen guys slipping on floors all the time. Last week at Belleville West, it was warm. Right there, their guy slipped between BL3 and I don't know who was up there, Keyshawn, and they gave him a bailout and called it on BL3 his second foul. Guy was on the floor. He hadn't traveled yet either, so it was a live ball. Machias is back in the game. Gets it out here to Colby Taylor. Devils still playing man-to-man, same on the other side. Stampley's on the right side. Wires has him. Oh, Dom almost took that away, but the risk gave Taylor a break to the basket. Taylor misses. Keyshawn gets the rebound. Here comes Dom. Up. Dom lays it in. Nice move, Dom. Pulled it back like he was going to dunk it. Two guys were coming, and the Devils got a 5-point run and 8-point lead. And a bad call. I'm going to say a bad call because the officials down here hanging out. The guy went out of bounds on the other end, but the official down here wasn't down there yet. And the Redbirds are trying to call timeout at the same time. So they're going to bail him out with the timeout. So we'll go with a timeout. 6:35 left in the second quarter of the first half. The Blue Devils 15, the Redbirds 7. And, of course, Wellman and Pettit right here at MeccaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Back at Collinsville, Coach, I talked to Clayton Smith, the athletic director, before the game and said, I'm not seeing anybody cutting nets down. Is that a change in the rules? And I'll follow up with that next time we have a break. 6:34 left to halftime. Devils lead 15-7. Alton has the basketball.
Got a couple there.
Amanda Cramsey and Amy Kinsley, they're saying hi. Last time Amy said hi, she was at Cancun.
Gosh, to be down there nice and warm. That'd be nice.
Devils took the ball away again. Now they say, we were standing on the line when we took the ball away. All right, we'll go with it. Devils got a good contingency down there. In fact, not only across the court and behind
both
the
sides,
team.
yeah. And then up top, too.
Yeah, a little red up top as well. Alton with the basketball. Kobe Taylor has it. Devils man-to-man. Hassani Elliott gets it now. Whitfield on him. Three around the perimeter. Handoffs. Taylor gets it back. Double team quickly. Whitfield recovers. Boy, I can't wait for a shot clock next year. I don't like it, or 2 years from now, because these kind of good defenses would be rewarded. Clay almost tips the ball away from Taylor. Taylor goes right side. Machias is back in the ball game. Keyshawn's out there on the guard. Boy, he is doing some hounding. They're going to like that at Drury next year.
They're going to love it at Drury.
Right side, Stampley. Takes it down to the short corner. Back out in front. Ball's on the floor. Wires almost got it. Goes in the corner. Missed. Keyshawn fighting for the rebound. Machias tried to save it. No, it comes out here to Dom Clay. Dom, 2-on-1. Off. Almost dunked there by Rico, who just checked into the ball game. And I had to look because I saw the headband come in, and I did not see him check in. Rico was above the rim, ready to almost dunk it.
He got knocked down pretty hard on that one. He came down on his hip.
Shake it off. You can feel it in the morning. Go get a little ice tonight. Take some rest. Substitution on the other side. Kenai Lacey wears number 3. In for the first game. 5:28 left in the half. 15-7. Devils with the lead. Ball on the baseline. Inside to Rico. Great pass from his brother. Rico gets the basket. Suave. 17-7. 10-point lead. 7-point run to take it. Back in the man-to-man set for the Devils. Wire stays in the game. BL3 went out with 2 fouls. So you got Clay squared, Milton Whitfield, and Keyshawn Thomas. 5 minutes left in the half. Left side, Machias. Machias and the big guy Green. We're doing a little screen and roll. Elliott from the right. There's Clay again with a steal. Clay then, great move there. Clay was going out of bounds near half court. Knew he was. Reached around and threw the ball off of Lacey. Blue Devil basketball. That was good move.
Well,
Dom has really been active.
Well, he's been active on the defensive end, and a smart play there, to keep possession for the Blue Devils.
Devils with a 10-point lead on the basketball in the backcourt. Yeah, right around half court. Wires through the leg a couple times. Let's make it 3 times before he brings it to the timeline. Keyshawn's on the right. Dom's back over here on the left. Dom has the ball. 1 pass to Whitfield. Whitfield on the wing. Goes down on the block. Keyshawn, strong move, good. Whitfield, the extra pass, gets the assist. Keyshawn strong inside.
And the Blue Devils stretch the lead out to 12 here with 4:30 to go in the second period.
Devils the only one scoring in the second quarter, by the way. We ended this first quarter 10-7. It's now 19-7. Machias tries to drive. Keyshawn with a great job. Whitfield gets the weak side rebound. Here comes Wires. Across the timeline. Triple team coming. It goes in the left corner from across court. Keyshawn Thomas.
Hold on.
Hits the three-pointer.
Hold on. Cam's hurt.
Cam went down on this side. Keyshawn hit the three-pointer on the left corner. Cam came down the right and made the pass. The three-pointer, of course, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center.
I don't know if he stepped on somebody's foot or, with sprained ankle. I'm not sure. But he went down and stayed down.
12th and Seminary Road, by the way, on that Woodmart. Looking at maybe I really can't tell. He's got one bent and one on the other side, the one stretched out. He was picking up. He's got such good speed, and he came down the right side. The defense came. There was 2 guys behind him, one in front. It was almost a triple team. He noticed it, went to the far left corner, and Keyshawn hits the 3. I was looking across the court maybe for a 4-pointer when you said watch out, and instead right below us.
Oh, when he went down, he didn't get up, and that's the first thing I saw.
Well, remember when he went down earlier this season, and the big guy set the illegal screen on him.
Yep.
And he got up and looked dizzy even. And then he came back. So he's not putting any pressure on this one.
Well, there's ankle or knee, is what I'm looking at.
I got the ankle on this one.
I'm hoping it's the ankle, not the knee.
Yeah, you're not going to bend your knee like that. Your knee's going to be straight if it's hurting. And you're going to be dragging it the rest of the leg. And they probably would have you supported then. Ankle, they'll take you down there. They'll take a look at it real quick. They may tape it up. They may have to rest it. I know Coach Longo in the old days what he would have done. Stuck the whole foot in the shoe in a thing of ice water to keep the swelling down so he can keep playing.
Well, yeah, you get the bucket full of ice and throw water in there.
And they just not even take the shoe off. I one time had a doctor say, when I told him, are you sure you want to do that? I didn't know he was a doctor. He goes, yeah, it's my son, and I want to check the growth plate. And I went, excuse me, Dr. Edmonds. 4 minutes left in the first half. 22-7, Blue Devils with the lead. Alton has the basketball. Devils staying in that man-to-man. At first, I thought you said Dom went down. Off the left side, now Whitfield. He's got Stampley. I like that matchup as well on defense. Milton clapping a little bit, says bring it on. Dom with a good switch there. And here's a steal by Rico. And a foul. And I'm glad because Dom was starting to spin. I checked that. Rico was starting to spin out of there. And it might have been a little out of control. But Stampley will commit his first foul. Third foul against the Redbirds in this quarter. Double checking. Both their guys that have fouls are on the bench. BL3 will be at the point now. Machias is on him. 3:34 left in the half. Left side, Whitfield to the left wing. Clay being hounded by Stampley. Back out to Whitfield at the top. Milton tries to go through the legs. Then he does pass it out, but it's through Dom's hands. Here comes Stampley the other way. Stampley up and under. He'll score. But at the 3:17 mark, the first score of the second quarter for Alton. And it stops that 12-point run of the Blue Devils, still leading 22-9. Stampley playing against Dom Clay as he brings it across the timeline. BL3 to the right wing. That's Milton Whitfield. Whitfield back up to Rico. Patience on the perimeter. Keyshawn has it up the left side now. This is usually where Cam will come out and get the ball, so we need to get a guard definitely on that. Now Machias is on BL3 in the block. It goes down to the short corner. BL3 ready to back it in. Double team coming. Howard was there too. Back to the top. Let's reset with 2:40 and counting.
Well, that's when you get the double team. You got to make the quick pass and then the shot, instead of dribbling back out of it.
Clay, screening for Clay. Rico has it at the top. Backdoor cut from the left wing. Good job there by Whitfield. Rico gets the pass and the assist, but Whitfield, when he broke from the baseline, brought it to his left hand away from the defense for the score. Back in the half-court set, up 15 points, 24-9. Machias gives it off. Stampley going to take a 24-footer. No good. Long rebound comes out. Elliott gets it. And before Elliott falls to the floor, and it was funny because Clay and Thomas were going with Elliott on that rebound, so it would have been an easy basket for underneath. He made the pass. The ball was knocked out of bounds by the Blue Devils. So with 2:06 left in the half, Redbirds with the basketball and a box out of bounds play.
What a stifling defense by your Blue Devils, here in the second quarter. They've only given up 2 points, and we got 2 minutes to go, in the quarter.
Keep turning the crank. Machias on the left side. Skips it over to the right. Howard dribbles off his knee. It's on the floor. I don't know how he got the shot up, and I don't know how we didn't have a jump ball. But let's put it this way. Whitfield got the rebound.
Well,
Devils have the basketball.
Actually, Keyshawn got that rebound.
Oh, we gave one to Keyshawn?
Well, Keyshawn's gotten darn near every board.
That's right. He's on the right side right now with the basketball. Keyshawn keeps working all the way down. Has the ball blocked. Stampley was there. Also Green. It was blocked, and I tell you, Rico was close, and I thought it went off him, but it did go off a Redbird. So Dom Clay will trigger it on the baseline for the Blue Devils.
Let's see if Coach Douglas can pull out a good out-of-bounds play here and get an easy bucket.
Both low on the block, Keyshawn and Rico. BL3's out, pops it out behind the arc. BL3 starts to go one-on-one. Now he pulls up for a 17-footer. No good. Ball's tipped around. Green grabs it for Alton. Down the left side of the court is Hassani Elliott. Oh, and Dom Clay does a great job of reaching in just as Elliott's starting to go to the basket. Knocks that out of bounds. The only thing we didn't get was off the front of the leg. It will be Alton basketball. Gary Hackman down there, and I think he is Cam still on the bench then, or did he go in the locker room? I think he is on the bench. Well, maybe not, because Hackman's going over to the locker room. Machias has the basketball. BL3 on him. Oh, and he tries to pass it straight in. Deflected there by BL3. And, of course, you got Hassani over there going, or Stampley, bounce it to me. Bounce it to me, please.
Yeah.
We've talked about that all season long. Defense can get their hands out. If you got to make them bend down, especially big guys.
They don't like doing that.
Exactly. 1:15 left in the half. Lob goes up. Elliott gets the ball right at the right high post. Elliott will back it out. Don Clay is on him. Good defense by the Devils tonight. The switch was there. It was a little late. The shot was no good. Green had the rebound. Then it was knocked away. The reason it was knocked away, because Rico fouled him on the arm a little bit, I believe.
I think Key got that one.
Well, I'll be darned. I just won't even tell you who's going to have the foul until they put it up on the board then. 2 fouls for the Devils. 1 minute left in the half.
Well, and the defense they've been playing, getting after it man-to-man and only having 2 fouls in the first half, unbelievable.
2 this quarter and then 3 in the first, so it's even 5.
Yeah.
Stampley, long 3, no good. By the way, Jarius Rice Jr. checked into the ball game.
And Keyshawn was another board. He's got to be double digits here
already
in the first half.
And I'm not sure if they give us stats for this one like they did. We got spoiled down here during the holiday tournament.
Oh, yeah.
35 seconds left in the half. BL3 has it right in front of the scoring table. Machias on him. Elliott's on the other side guarding Dom Clay.
Well, let's make sure we get the last shot this time. I thought last time Cam had it in the first quarter, a little bit quick. Let's get the last one, start going at about 10.
All right, high post. Rico Clay Jr., right corner Keyshawn, left corner Rice. BL3 still working against Machias. Down to 12 seconds. Now he calls out the screen.
He wants the screen now. Let's go.
Machias comes out hard. So does Hampy. Stampy's hounding him.
Oh, yeah.
And, that's not a bad foul, though, no. Simply because once he beats both those guys, he's heading to the basket. Well, by fouling him, you stop the clock, and you give a chance. And you hopefully the clock is lower than 5.7. We still have plenty of time for setting up a play.
Well, BL3 was taking it to the hole, so he had to make that foul, in order to stop the drive to the basket.
Yep, tried to ride him a little bit. You got to ride him for 8 seconds till the bell goes.
You got 5.5. Let's go.
BL3 comes through 2 guys, pulls up. The runner from the top of the key, no good.
Might have got fouled, too.
Got through 2 guys, but we've played a half here at Collinsville, the legendary Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. And your halftime score, your Quincy High Blue Devils 24, the Alton Redbirds 9. Good half, Coach.
Well, you win championships on the defensive end, and giving up 7 points in the first quarter and 2 in the second. It doesn't get any better than this.
I'll tell you what, that's good stuff there, baby. Good, as Andy Griffith used to say. Hey, we'll take a break. It's halftime, and we'll come back and talk about this. Also, what else is happening, not only outside the rest of the state, but in 4A basketball across the state. Halftime, Blue Devils lead 24-9 And you're listening to Blue Devil Basketball postseason style right here at mechasportsco.com.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit mechasportsco.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
I was watching down below. Should have watched up top. And welcome back to Collinsville High School. Wellman and Pettit as we get it out here. Halftime score, Devils lead 24-9. At the end of one, it was 10-7. Devils went on a 12-point run, and it wasn't just the offense, it was the defense. Actually, the defense goes all the way back to the opening tip, and the Devils had a couple good steals, and they were forcing it on Collinsville. They just turned around a couple times and dribbled off their own foot and lost the ball. But once we got into that groove there, we've been putting some good defense out there. Stampley has 5 points in the first half of the 9. Only 2 other guys have scored, obviously, and that's Machias is one of them. On our side, the fouls on BL3 were kind of tough. The bigger thing is, how does Cam, when he went down here in front of us, and again, there was a guy in front of him, 2 guys trailing him, waiting, and he got the ball over to Keyshawn for the 3. And so I don't know if it was the guys behind him that stepped or the guy in front of him. But he went down, and it was probably just off the court, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm going to tell you what, that's the only bad thing, the Blue Devils have to say about, in the first half. I mean, their defense has been great, and, their defense turning into easy offense, on the transition end. I know we talked about it all year, but, this is the recipe to be successful, in high school basketball nowadays is to, defend it, get your fingertip on it, and then, having your other guys getting in the passing lanes and then taking it off the other end, and going, 3-on-1, 2-on-1, 3-on-2, and getting easy looks at the basket.
Tell you what, Keyshawn is doing the man's work down low. He's getting the boards and taking care of business. I know he's got at least 10 rebounds. We're waiting to see if we do get an official score sheet. I think that is only during the holiday tournament there. Well, here's what is happening everywhere else. You got Quincy and Alton playing here. And then right after this, oh, no, it's not going to be played here.
No.
All right, wise guy. That's me, by the way. At Pekin, which I'm glad we don't go there. Normal Community with their 27-6 record. They've got Rocky tonight, 28-5, and I tell you what, Rocky beat them early in the year by 9. And I just, the way Rocky's played, 18 straight home games. Of course, they're not at home tonight. They've been playing well. They've only got 5 losses on the season. That one right there is going to be a good ball game.
Oh, it's going to be a great ball game, and Rocky is peaking, at the right time. They're playing very well. Obviously, last game of the year, at home, against Quincy High, and they ended up, with the 5-point W. They're playing well right now, and I don't know if I want to see them or Normal Community down here if we can come out with the W here.
Yep, Coach, I don't normally, when a guy will throw a punt or a good line in there, I don't do it explaining. I usually say, look, if the listener picks it up, that's awesome. If they don't pick it up, but somebody had to wonder why I was laughing silently over here as we were talking about the game up there at Normal Community in Rock Island in Pekin, and you said Rock Island is peaking, and it almost sounded like Peking actually, and I went, that's pretty good back in the days of their old mascot, obviously, and We had enough conversation on that one other day. But we're out of the politically correct world now, so maybe I can mention that. Hey, a good half there by the Devils. It starts on the defensive side. Probably the only things we need to check, of course, BL 3's 2 fouls. He's played with fouls before, and that's not a problem. If we had 3, we might be considered about that. And we would be more concerned about it, obviously, if Cameron Wires can't come back for the rest of the night. But
Yeah,
Jarius Rice, I tell you what, Rice doesn't control the offense like Cameron. And Rice is very fast. But I'll tell you, with the basketball, Cam, he's got a notch up there ahead. So you take him out of that lineup, it kind of restructures the Blue Devils a little bit.
Well, yeah, and he's one of those guys that, you know, if the other team scores a basket at the other end and you get it out to him, you know, he's going to push the ball, you know, no matter what. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, with him pushing the ball and getting it up in the middle of the floor, you know, he gets wide open kicks to, you know, the guys in the corner for open looks. So, I mean, we'll miss that a little bit, but, you know, as long as we keep executing on the offensive end and keep defending like we have, you know, I think we'll be in good shape tonight.
And we can just hope that it's just a little twitch there, that it hurt badly there and maybe doesn't swell or have any problems beyond just a small sprain, you know, that we would hope. Gary Hackman, it's up to you, baby. Hackman's got to put it all together, and then and if it has to go to one of the doctors, then, and I'm not sure if oh, sorry about that, Coach. I got sidetracked over that way, checking that out. So that'll be something at the half. We'll wait to see when the team comes out, find out where Cam's at on that. So halftime right here at Collinsville. A good half for the Blue Devils. We'll be back with more. Devils lead 24-9. MeccaSportsCo.com.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And here we go. And we are back. Collinsville, Wellman and Pettit on this Tuesday. Hold on, let me check. Yep, it's still Tuesday.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way, Lady Raiders last night as we were over in Taylorville. You know, and Vince, by the way, congratulations on the trip to State. We'll see them on Thursday at State in Bloomington. You know, last night I got an email from Vincent Johnson. Remember the guy that took all the pictures creating the book for the 150 best gyms in Illinois?
Yeah.
He has got that book going to print right now. And I've already got one ordered myself, so get a chance. But he had shot me a message. It was funny. The message last night came from 2 years ago that I sent him saying, don't forget to spell Virgil with an E. Do it right. So he says, hey, Wellman, thanks a lot, because I had said, hey, it's Wellman. He said, Wellman, by the way, my book's out. And I said, yeah, I know. I went ahead and I ordered it. But what was neat was he had a little sample on the email, and the gym he had was Taylorville. And the next gym he had was Collinsville.
Yep.
And then there was one more gym. And I thought, wow, I said, hey, Vincent, by the way, we were just in Taylorville, and you know that 44-0 team? That was the first undefeated team in IHSA at that time. I just found that out after the fact. And by the way, we're going to Collinsville tonight. And so good stuff there. Get a chance, check him out. I've got to get that pulled up again to see what the name of his website is. It's something like Visionary and Pictures Put Together. And but Vincent Johnson in the Chicago area. I also told him we passed it along to a photographer from Park Forest with the IESA when they were there checking out the Comets in play. Buzzer goes off. We're ready for second half action. No sense to take another break. I'm ready, Coach.
Well, it's time to get after it. You know, we need to, stay focused on the defensive end, make sure we're doing what we did, to get this, 15-point lead here, with, started the third quarter.
You didn't have to do it like you did what you did.
Is Cam out
but
there? That's my question.
I have not seen him at the end of the bench.
I do not see him.
He might be in getting that thing rehabbed and checked out. I don't know if Dr. Durhickey's here. I know Dr. Durhickey was at the game the other night at Belleville West. He would be the one maybe checking him out. Starting the second half, Alton will have the basketball. Devils with a 24-9 lead. Our lineup will be BL3 at the point. You got Dom Clay, Mark Louthan, Milton Whitfield, and Keyshawn Thomas. On the other side.
And Whitfield gets the guard Stampley.
Stampley's inside now, comes back out to Machias. Cross court to Elliott. Last two guys, that would be Green and Kobe Taylor in the lineup. Taylor back to the ball now. Dom Clay off the right side. Elliott. Dribble back to the top. Machias is setting big screens at the high post, the short point guard. With the left side, crossover Stampley. Stampley in, reverse, no good. Shot was clean on the other side. Stampley missed it, rebounded by Louthan for the Blue Devils. BL3 brings it up. Across the timeline. Machias on him, still like it. There he goes. He gives it to Clay, and I'd take him down on the block.
Yep.
BL3 goes down to the right block right now.
Well, put him on the opposite block, set a down screen for him, and let him come across and catch it.
Machias hounded it there. Oh.
Tackled him.
BL3 slipped, and then Machias just fell on him, and they didn't call anything. And on the other end, Whitfield stops the play with a foul, the first of the second half. I really wasn't sure there because BL3 slipped, but then Machias slipped and fell on him. So he's holding him down, so you've got to call a foul because he's holding him in the position. The incidental was okay, but not letting him up, and then the ball went inside right where Longcur was at.
Yep.
On the other end, Stampley got fouled. He's going to have 2 free throws. He'll miss the first. He did the same thing in the first quarter. 1 for 4 right now for the Alton Redbirds at the charity stripe. Devils 1 for 2. Not a lot of guys going to the fouls. Of course, when you're getting big rebounds like Keyshawn, they're not allowing any shots and fouls. Devils.
Well, and we are in the sectionals, and the play's going to be a little bit more physical.
Indeed.
Hey, you know what I mean? So, it's going to be one of those things where you got to play through it.
Stampley gets the first score of the second half, 24-10.
Don't be lazy with the passes.
Devils almost lose it. BL3 has the basketball. Out by half court. Dom goes ahead and slides down. Keyshawn pops up to the top of the key. Elliott's picking up BL3. There's a screen in a row. Keyshawn stops at the top. Keyshawn down to Louthan, short corner. Good pass there. Keyshawn gets the assist. Mark Louthan hits the shot. That's the key, too. When you get a shot like that, you got to nail him.
Oh, that was a 15-foot free throw from the sideline there.
26-10, Devils the lead. Keyshawn out on Green. He ain't going to shoot from out there. Taylor gets the ball. Clay is on him. Elliott now brings it back to the top. Stampley goes all the way down the left corner, gets a pass. Machias now from the wing. Back to Stampley. Left corner 3, no good. Good rebound, Keyshawn. Keyshawn did a good job of letting Green go up first, and he didn't go with the bite. He waited and got a good screen off on him first. BL3 on the wing. Looks like he's going to go one-on-one against Green. Does. Kicks it out to Louthan. Back to Whitfield. One more pass. He'll go to Dom Clay. Clay just off the right.
Actually, 2 extra passes on that one. Got the wide open look. Great unselfishness by the Blue Devils.
Indeed, that was. Driving hard to the basket. Elliott with a good move there. He just dropped down the head and went for it. 26-12. Devils still up by 14. 5:29 left. Third quarter action. Clay down in the corner. Louthan goes into low.
There's where we need to go right there.
Keyshawn turns and grabbing a hold of his arm, although Samaj thought he had the ball.
Well, he didn't have the ball because the ball was going up towards the basket, and he had,
and the arm was coming down.
Arm, yeah.
First foul on him. Actually, it's his third foul, and the first of the third quarter for Alton.
Well, and that's a guy, if he picks up his fourth here, here with this much time left in third, that's going to greatly hamper, Alton.
BL3 did a little pull-up with the knee up, missed the shot. Louthan tried to get the rebound. Alton has it. Right side, Samaj Stampley hits a three-pointer. Didn't close on him fast enough. His first 3 of the ball game.
Yeah, you got to find him wherever he's at.
And stay with him wherever he's at.
Yep.
Dom Clay across the timeline on Taylor. Taylor from behind. And you take the chance. Some games you'll get away with that reaching around and knocking the ball. Other ones like this one, you will not. And Colby Taylor, his third. I didn't have him for that other foul, so he's got 3. Stampley's got 3. 2 on the side for Alton. 1 for the Blue Devils in the third quarter. 4:53 up on the board. By the way, they're getting a new digital board. It'll still be 4-sided like the old boards up here, but it's coming in a couple weeks.
So we won't get to see it this year.
Nope. And we'll tell you where the regional originally was. Pullback. Oh, a nice little move there. Almost a YMCA playground move there.
Well, that was a Michael Jordan move. Getting in down low, fading back, getting a good look at it.
Obviously a lot better than the YMCA Herc playground ball. 28-15, Devils with a 13-point lead. Elliott starts to drive. Taylor in the left corner. Taylor hits a three-pointer. Same place that Stampley just hit the ball. It's 28-18, down to a 10-point lead. BL3 getting double-teamed in the backcourt. Comes across to Alton. In the left corner, Keyshawn. Let's get back to our guards. Somebody go get it. Milton's trying to post up down low. Skips it back out. Dom Clay will set halfway through the third quarter. That means 4 minutes left of the third. BL3 with the ball. Directing traffic. Dom's on the right wing. Left wing, Lauthen. Baseline, Whitfield now going to the left corner. Keyshawn's in the high post. Lauthen pops up. Lauthen had his arm hung on. He went and tracked the ball down, though. Got it to Keyshawn. Keyshawn working on Green. Spin move away from the defense. Clay from 24. No good. Whitfield kept it alive. The second tip, though, might have knocked it away from Keyshawn. And in transition, Dom, great defense. He didn't realize it, though. It went right off his head as he got in the passing lane. He did go out of bounds. So on the baseline, Alton will have it. 28-18, Devils by 10 still. This quarter has basically gone 9-4 Alton's way. Dom getting driven on. Left-hand shot. Oh, and a nice move there. That's Taylor. Taylor has that left. He's got 5 in the quarter. We're down to an 8-point game. Pressure in the backcourt. Devils get across. I heard a couple whistles, too. And a timeout. As right before the 10-second call, Coach Douglas called the timeout. The official on the far side, much like the first half, we had a timeout, bailed them out too.
Yep.
So a good timeout from Andy Douglas. You know my feeling always on that. I always thought the players should call it. But on this one, thank goodness the coach can call it.
Yep, I mean, it's one of those things to where, you know, they got it up to, you know, Lauthen. He came back over, you know, on the other side and caught the pass, came to the ball like he should have, but he was still in the back court, you know, and then nobody else was getting open or moving to the ball. So, you know, a good timeout by Coach Douglas.
And the Alton fans actually a little cheered here in the last few minutes. We hadn't heard much of them early. Of course, the Devils were getting the lead out there and been leading by half at 24-9. You might not have as much to cheer about. But the Devils got that lead through the defense and in the full court pressure, and also when Wires was out here. So now we've got to have the confidence that when we change our lineup, we got to know who's got to get the ball. So BL3, you got to have the idea that you got to come get it. Substitution now. Rico's in the game. So Whitfield, BL3, Clay squared, and Keyshawn Thomas. In the backcourt to BL3, Machias on him. Taylor came too quick. Whitfield to the hole. Whitfield scores. Too quick on that, showing their defense, and the Devils beat it. Good job, BL3. Kept it up, didn't get fouled. Keyshawn got the rebound. Outlets, BL3. Dom, count it, and we got an and one coming. Devils do a great job on this end. BL3 does not commit his third foul. Hands up. Keyshawn gets it. BL3's already fell in the lanes, and then down to Dom for the bucket, and let's get an and one.
Well, and, you know, that's what it is. You know, defense, you know, great defense, which you're seeing tonight by the Blue Devils, turns into easy transition offense. You know, another 3-on-1, you know, going down for the easy look for Dom.
More importantly, the fourth foul on Colby Taylor, the off guard. And Dom Clay hits the blue-collar three. You got a blue-collar job, kitchen or bath or any of that stuff, Go out and see Kevin Vandemet, Woodmart Building Supply, actually Building Center.
Well,
12th and Seminary Road.
Well, and when you got Taylor with 4 and you got, Stampley out there with 3, this could be, a death knell, and Keyshawn with another board.
Stampley took the three-pointer from the left side and missed. Keyshawn with a board. 2:25 left in the third. 33-20. Devils with a 13-point lead. That quick little 5-point run, including the blue-collar 3. BL3 works into the corner. Milton Whitfield hits the three-pointer. Give the 3 to Whitfield. Give the assist to BL3.
Well, once again, you're getting it. You got the paint touches either through the drive or the pass. Wide open 3 look for Whitfield.
12th and Seminary Road or Jack McKenzie Way. That's where you'll find Woodmart. Stop by and see Kevin. He's got good wood. Inside 2 minutes left in the third. 36-20. Devils with a 16-point lead. From the left corner, no good for 3. Wow, nice tip there. Keyshawn tipped it, but he tipped it to Howard. Howard had his shot blocked by Rico from behind.
Okay, 1-on-2, bring it back out. Good job by Dom bringing it back out on that.
Yeah, it went from 1-on-2 to a 1-on-3, and I think he realized it. BL3 drives on Stampley, hesitates, drives again to the hole. Shot, leaned in a little too much, lost control of the basketball, didn't get it up on the glass enough. Alton has the basketball. Keyshawn playing some tough D. Wow, Green got the ball and didn't go anywhere with it. Rico was standing there 5 feet off of him. So you know what Green's job is. Play D, get rebounds, and be there for Stampley. 1:05 left, third quarter action, up by 16 for the Devils. Left wing, Howard. Oh, Howard hits the shot, and it was a three-pointer. Howard had not scored all night long. Did that time. Broke into that 8-point run of the Blue Devils. Inside a minute left in the third quarter. Devils take control, get the last shot. You're up 13.
Yep.
Worst case scenario, you're up 13. 15 or 16 if you got a good play out of this.
Well, you either got to look for BL3 down on the block or Key on the block.
Dom being guarded out there by Howard, who just hit the three-pointer. Not a closely guarded situation. BL3 with a nice little spin move there. There wasn't anything really there. We're down to 25 seconds left in the quarter. You can see the scoreboard right there in the far end there of your TV, especially if you got the Coach Pettit 72-inch model. Or did you move up a little bit?
75.
Oh, 75. There you are. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Dom still with the ball. Now he picks his dribble up.
Oh.
Not a good thing. Back door, though. He got it tipped away, and now Dom went and got it. Here comes Dom with 5 seconds. The runner. Good from 12 foot. And I'm sure that's not the way Coach wrote it up, but we'll take it. Dom had it dribbled off. It went back and almost to the backcourt. I think it did go in the backcourt. Grabbed the ball, went in with the runner.
Well, by that time there was 7 seconds to go in the quarter, so he's on the other side. He had to take it, and he finished it off rather well.
Indeed, 3 quarters in the book. And I'll tell you, Amy and the girls down at Cancun sang "Hey Baby" at this time during the third quarter, getting into the fourth quarter. Your Blue Devils 38, the Redbirds 23. We're back with the fourth quarter, and "Hey Baby" right here on mechasportsco.com.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit mechasportsco.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
Back here at Collinsville, fourth quarter is ready to go. Coach, I'll tell you what, good defense. We gave up 14, but good teams are going to score eventually. But more importantly in that quarter, we saw Taylor get his 4th foul and Stampley get his 3rd. Those 2 guards get in foul trouble, and I can't see Stampley coming out if he gets a
No. Right now in the fourth quarter, they got to keep him in the ball game because, he's their bread and butter. If they're going to get back into it, it's going to be because he lights it up here at the fourth.
Devils will start the fourth quarter with the ball. BL3, Dom Clay, Milton Whitfield, Rico Clay Jr., and Keyshawn Thomas working to the far end.
Be smart, run your offense, execute your cuts, and get it down low and take it to the hole.
Whitfield in the left corner, drives against Howard.
There you
Reverse
go.
shot, almost goes. It bounces off twice, but Milton will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Good job there on the move. I believe it was against Ryan Howard. Howard, his first foul of the ball game. First of the fourth quarter for either team.
Cam's down at the end of the bench.
He get down there, did he?
Yeah.
Coach had a big smile on his face. Just glad to see that. He does have his ankle taped. Looks like maybe with ice on it, too.
And I'll tell you what, Whitfield's done an admirable job, of picking up for Cam, especially on the defensive end with Stampley.
That's what we expect out of Milton. Hands, deflections,
active, physical,
rebounds, enthusiasm.
I tell you what, he's a little bit more physical than Cam. A lot bigger, a lot stronger.
Great job inside. Milton missed the shot. Taylor tried to screen Rico out. Rico just got the rebound and the putback. 41-23, Devils by 18, 7:25 left in this one. Crank it up, baby. Put it on the throat. Wow, and there you go. No problem with that one. Whitfield was trailing Stampley, and Rico came over and said, "Not in my house."
No, you got to earn it at the free throw line. No ifs, ands, or buts. So that's the way, great defensive teams do it. You got to earn it at the free throw line, especially in the fourth quarter, when you're trying to put this game away.
Rico, his first foul for the aggressive play he has played. And Stampley has the same problem. All 3 times he has shot, he's missed the front end. I didn't mention that beforehand because he would have made it then.
Well, yeah.
Murphy's Law, obviously, on that. Second one is good. So he is 1 for 2 on all 3 of his attempts tonight. And his first points here in the fourth quarter for Alton, who's going to go full court.
Well, yeah, Alton's going to have to pick it up on the defensive end. It looks like a 1-2-2, and now they're in a man.
Ball gets to the half court. Whitfield goes down the block. Rico didn't have it.
Great
and a great pass. He looked across court to Keyshawn, and after he looked one time, Rico got Whitfield to flash down. Whitfield scores, and Rico gets the score. But on the other end, before we can turn around and even give you a score, to the basket with a score is Hassani Elliott, his second basket of the ball game. It's 43-26 Blue Devils.
Well, this Alton team's very athletic, so, if you're sloppy with the ball, they're going to take it and go the other way and score.
And so many teams will do that, too. If you score, then they turn around on you.
Oh,
great cut.
Pass.
Keyshawn from the left short corner. Dom came around the right, flashing down to the right block, and Keyshawn gets a impressive assist. Dom gets the basket, 45-26. 6:20 left in this one. Stampley on the right side, getting double teamed. Keyshawn's got him now. It was a switch off. Whitfield now on Elliott. Good help there. Oh, that is awesome. Rico slid up, kept his feet on the ground, his hands straight up, and he capped the ball with both hands. That's a jump ball. That's some good defense there, Coach.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
because the tendency is to try to jump up and block the shot.
I mean, we've played, 26 minutes here almost in the ball game, and they've got 26 points. So if you do that, you're going to win lots of games.
And then if Stampley does that, he'll come back in a ball game. Stampley on the out-of-bounds play from the right side hits a 3. And a timeout taken, 6:09 left in this one. Don't go away, folks. Blue Devils 45, Redbirds 29. And we're still women and petted on MeccaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Welcome back to Collinsville. I said before the half I would share a story with you on the nets. And, I've seen somebody cutting the net down this year in high school basketball. But in the couple places we've been in, they have not cut the net down. So I asked Clayton Smith, and he said, in this day and age, with insurance and liability, you're going to put kids up on a ladder with a pair of scissors. So every school has their opportunity to do what they want. Here on the side baskets, these all glass boards on the side, they move up and down all the way to 4 foot. So I said, well, let's put it on the side, bring it down to 4 foot, and we'll stand and cut the net down. So if we want to buy our nets.
But it's not the actual nets, though.
No, we will not get their nets, exactly. But I don't know about State, and I think they still will go there, but don't quote me on it. Devils have the basketball with 6 minutes left in this one. Full court pressure being applied by Alton. Almost a travel in the backcourt. Coach Dudley said, I think there was a travel when Whitfield made that step.
I'm not so sure he's not right.
You know what I mean? That's 3 of us that might agree on that. Whitfield on the right side, bounce pass inside. BL3 getting, Machias slapped from behind. Ball comes out to Stampley. I'm surprised he hasn't gone to the hole.
Got to be strong with the ball.
Clay really didn't need to foul there because his brother had him covered when he got beat. That's okay. Dom Clay, his first. Look at that. 1 foul for Dom Clay. 2 fouls against the Devils, 1 against Alton, 5:44 left. Baseline, triggered in. Keyshawn's there. Box out of bounds play from Alton. Everybody's got one. Stampley, right side. Elliott comes around. Keyshawn's got the point guard. Tries to spin on him. Good job, Keyshawn, on defense. Machias now at the top. Machias looking to pass the ball. He's dribbling a couple times. He's not looking to shoot or move. He's out there just to pound and hound our point guard. Good defense.
Well, pass to Stampley and set a screen. That's what he does.
I'll tell you what, I think their own fans are getting a little upset because there's no movement. Shot was no good for 3. Weak side, Machias got the rebound. Listen to Alton. Their own fans are telling them, do something with it. Stampley pulls up for 25 feet. Not sure that's what they wanted. Keyshawn goes over Dom. Keyshawn got up over Dom on that one.
Keyshawn, every time the ball goes up, it's his rebound.
BL3 across the timeline to Clay. Clay in the left corner to Keyshawn. Back out to Clay. Inside 5 minutes left in this one. 16-point lead by the Blue Devils. Rico, don't go committing to fouls. Stay there. He was setting a screen and starting to slide to the side. Whitfield has it on the right side to Clay. Back to the top. Rico looks for a guard to give it to. Backdoor cut, though. BL3 to the hole. Rico Clay gets the assist. BL3 was being overplayed. Took the jump all the way to the basket. That was sweet. 4:20 left. Devils by 18. Back on defense. Keyshawn makes the ball go back out. Machias trying to go against Whitfield. He has his shot knocked away. Knocked away then by Clay. Here comes Rico Clay Jr. Rico, he's going to go strong for Taylor. Taylor misses, but BL3 gets the rebound and the putback. And a timeout. And you knew Rico knows that Taylor has 4 fouls, and he's just trying to get him to make his 5th foul. BL3 follows up for the easy basket on the rebound and putback.
Well, that's what I used to always teach. You got to be the third person down because you're going to be going, somebody's going for the layup. It's going to be challenged by the other team. You got to be that next person down, and once again, you get the easy bucket.
4:03 left, 49-29. 20-point lead by Alton. No, by the Blue Devils. Over Alton. Yeah. Over Alton is what it was going there. Wrong choice of articles or one of those English terms. The winner of this, back down here.
And we won't know who we play because that game starts at 7:30 tonight between the Rocks and...
I think they moved up to 7 o'clock, believe it or not.
Okay.
I still have 7:30 here.
Okay.
But I think Coach Brewer told me today they moved it to 7 and was surprised ours stayed at 6 o'clock. But my thought is, hey, you get down here, let's get it going at 6. We're fine with that.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it's scheduled.
Well, a lot of it depends on, who would have came out of that also. You know what I mean?
Well, people even asked, we're calling saying, what happens on Friday if Quincy wins? Do we stay here?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yes, we do, and Quincy will stay. And even Clayton Smith, their athletic director, says, I think the people in Quincy are going to argue to stay here. And I said, you're right. 4:03 left in this one, 49-29. Alton will have the basketball.
That dang purple Indian.
There you go.
I think it's called a K-Hawk.
And we had a purple tornado last night there in Taylorville. Purple be the color. Alton with the basketball. Taylor on the perimeter. Gets through 2 of the Devils. Inside, Green. That's all right, Keyshawn. He was behind Green, so it's going to be an easy layup. Keyshawn, only his 2nd foul. For the Devils, I had 3rd. Yes, it is. Thank you. 1 on the other side.
Once again, make them earn it at the free throw line instead of having easy looks going to the hole.
And I'm sure Stampley, if we follow him the rest of the way out, he won't miss one. But right now he's 3 for 6. And their team is 3 for 7. Make that 3 for 8.
Good job of jinxing them.
Thanks, Coach. I try to do my best. Thought I had a couple birthdays today. I'm trying to remember whose birthday it was to give a shout out. No good on the second one. Oh, Rico gets undercut.
That's Stampley's 4th.
Yes, Stampley caught a leg. Rico was way up there. So 4, 2nd team foul against Alton. 4th up against both their guards.
And arguably their best two players. Stampley's their best player, but the other guard's pretty good, too.
I would agree with you there. I could even disagree, but I'd still agree with you. Keyshawn has the ball in the backcourt. Man-to-man, Taylor's on Whitfield. Milton's going to be bringing the ball up. A little behind the back. Crossover dribble now. Almost has it taken away.
Oh, it got tipped.
The ball was tipped, and the official says no. That's a bad call there, son. The ball was tipped in the backcourt. Milton went back to get it, and they called over and back. That's all right, guys. Get back on D and bring the ball over court. You know, don't play around at half court. We've talked about the jumping forward and the jumping backward for all the games we've seen this year. I wish people, when you get around half court, don't leave it up to the officials.
Well, and coaches out there yelling, get the ball over half court, don't play with it.
Whitfield, good rebound there on the missed three-pointer by Taylor. In the backcourt, BL3 gets it across the timeline. Thomas gets it back to BL3. Oh, good move there. BL3 with 3 crossover dribbles all the way to the basket. BL3 taking control of that one.
I was going to say there was 3 good moves on that one.
And a good move on the other end, but no good on the shot. Elliott with a good move.
And BL3 takes the rebound away from Key. That's good.
Got you every once in a while. Keep him honest. BL3 at half court. And here's a foul. Hassani Elliott will be his first of the ball game.
And that's Alton's 3rd foul of the quarter. So they're going to be a lot more aggressive here, you know, coming up. You know, especially with the guys that aren't in foul trouble. So, you know, make sure you take care of the basketball and make the free throws.
Hassani Elliott goes out. Of course, they bring a guy in that I'm assuming he's going to foul. Ian Cambarian. Short guy. He's going to take on Whitfield, floating around with him. BL3 back at half court. Inside 3 minutes left in this one. 51-29 Blue Devils. Whitfield back to Rico at the top. Rico left side, Dom. Dom's going to pull up from 22. Good! Dom Clay connects from the left wing. Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road.com. Well, you don't have 12th and Seminary in there, too. You just have WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. Good job by Rico. Check that. Dom with a steal on the baseline. Dom in transition. Hesitates twice. Gets it to Rico. Rico spins. Oh, and a good idea. A shuffle pass down to Whitfield. But what happened was Rico put the ball down once, picked it up, made a spin move. And that's double dribble when you put it down the second time.
Yep.
Unless that guy last night that we saw the night that made a spin move and took it from his left hand, passed it to his right hand, and then dribbled. And we were the only ones that saw it. 2:18 left and counting, 54-29. Stick around for the postgame show brought to you by Hardee's on 30th and Broadway. Shot was missed, long range, and Dom Clay gets the rebound. We'll also hear from Coach. Pick a player of the game as well. Clay in the half-court set. Gets through 2 guys, gets kicked in the nose, but still gets the pass off. As he was getting it off, a foot was coming flying by. Inside, 2 minutes left. BL3 back at half court. Being guarded. In the game now, Tejuan Smith. BL3 did a good job. Double team comes. Over to Keyshawn. Down the left wing. Dom said, hey, I'll take it. Instead, going to Keyshawn to the basket. Keyshawn misses, but is fouled inside. It's either the new guy or that's bye-bye Stampley. Okay, it is the new guy. That's why he's in there to make sure Stampley doesn't get his last foul, but it's the 4th foul. So Devil's going to be shooting everything. This is a shooting foul for Keyshawn. And then the rest of the ball game, the last 135, we're shooting too. And do I yell at the Alton fans for getting up and leaving?
If you want to.
No, it's okay. It's their money. We've already had that discussion before. I know Mark McDowell always likes that. He's made comments to me. Keyshawn makes the first. I was just trying to say, support your fans. It looks really bad, like that first year of the shootout when the girls were playing and everybody left the gym in the first quarter. And we always have a little fun. We just throw stuff out. Sometimes we don't believe in what I say. I just like to see what everybody thinks. Second one good as well. Keyshawn 2 for 2. 56-29. Devils are right now on a 11-point run. Howard from the right side 3, no good. Keyshawn had the rebound, but it was tipped away from him. And getting the ball and taking it back up was Lacey, his first basket of the game. And that breaks the 11-point run by the Blue Devils. Full court pressure in the backcourt. BL3's got it. Brings it up. Cam Marion on him. Got the hand check going on BL3. We're down to almost 1 minute left in this game. Looks like we're playing Friday, Coach. We'll find out who it's his. Steal as the pass went behind Whitfield. Lacey grabbed it, and he's bringing it down the court. Howard was going through, and I think Keyshawn, I almost thought he called timeout, Coach did, but Keyshawn fouled beforehand, 35 feet from the basket. Substitution for the Blue Devils. Here we go. BL3, Dom Clay, Keyshawn Thomas. Heading out, Trace Ruth, Jarius Rice Jr., Max Wires in. Whitfield and Rico stay in the ball game. 53.9 left. 56-31. Nathan Poulter getting up. He's gone to the scoring table as well. Rico with a steal. Rico going to go down. Rico misses the dunk. And he's kind of going, why? It went all. That's one of my dunks at the Y when I missed. It went all the way up into the rafters, and that's when it went out of bounds when it hit the rafters up above us.
Yep. Oh yeah.
He just wanted to put an exclamation point on that one. Coach Douglas probably is saying two things. First of all, we don't want to dunk. Second of all, why are we dunking up 25? But you got a fast break. What are you going to pull back out? Substitution. Emmerich Batley's in the game. Shot by Alton, three-pointer, no good. Poulter also checked in. Wires, Ruth, and Rice Jr. stay in the ball game. 34.3. The air ball went out of bounds. Max has it in the backcourt. Wires. Spin move. Max gets by double team. Then has it taken away there by Smith. Smith goes in. Rice tried to get up and get it. Could not. Smith, his first bucket of the ball game. Down to 16 seconds left in the game. Knocked out of bounds in front of the Devils. Good victory out here.
Once again, you played 32 minutes and gave up 33 points. You know, you give up a point a minute, you're going to win lots of ball games at the high school level.
And 4 of them are the last 4 points, so yeah, maybe under 30.
Yep.
Down to 6. Max Wires is going to dribble it out there at half court. Blue Devil contingency from both sides. And the top, upper deck. Oh, Stratman's way up in the upper deck up there. The Brunner family was down in the front. They know Bob Euchre must be in the front row, and the buzzer goes off. Your Blue Devils with the first round victory in the sectionals. Quincy High Blue Devils 56, the Alton Redbirds 33, and the Blue Devils avenge the loss that the girls had against Alton in the regional championship.
Well, that's, you know.
Oh, it's a bonus.
Comparing
bonus.
Apples to apples and oranges to oranges. I mean, you know, a good victory tonight for the Blue Devils, you know, especially, you know, when they come out, you know, with their, you know, defensive, you know, intensity that they do, you know, the effort on the glass. You know, the only thing I worry about on this is, you know, how's Cam's foot? Hey, you know what I mean? Because, you know, he's a very important part of the team, but the bench picked it up tonight, you know, and, you know, because he went out, halfway through the second quarter, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, I forgot to write that down at that point because I was so concerned about him that we got back to the action.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, yes, because Keyshawn hit that three-pointer in that second quarter, and so most definitely, thank you, Coach, on that one.
You know, so, I mean, you know, that's the only thing that you worry about going into Friday's game. You know, will he be able to come out, you know, and perform at, you know, 80 to 90%? You know, I don't think he's going to be 100% because when he went down, he didn't get back up. So, you know, keep our fingers crossed for that on Friday. But, you know, great night tonight. You know, the bench came in, you know, and took care of business, you know, when he went down.
Indeed. The victory's in the books there, folks. Glad you're with us, but stick around. We got more. That'll do it the regular portion of our broadcast here as Mike Crow joins us here from behind. He's not going to join us in an interview, though. Maybe off camera here. But that will do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Stick around for the postgame show. Your final here from Collinsville. The Quincy High Blue Devils 56, the Alton Redbirds 33, and it's Blue Devil basketball postseason style on MechaSportsCo.com.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit MechaSportsCo.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
At Blessing Health, Our podiatrists and podiatric surgeons understand the importance of getting you back on your feet. When you experience foot or ankle pain or injuries, our team of experts is dedicated to restoring your mobility and relieving your pain. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any two of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
I think that made a difference in the game tonight. But
And welcome to the Hardee's postgame show. Wellman and Pettit. 32 minutes are in the book. Takes us longer to get here. Most places, though, doesn't it?
For me, it does.
When you're in Quincy, too, that's the problem, as they always called it, Fort Gatonia. But we sure make it a lot faster these days, so many places, and with new highways as well. But, hey, let's go back to the ball game. This game started at 6 o'clock. Tip went up. Alton got the opening tip. And the Devils had a couple steals, but then dribbled the balls off their legs a couple times, just trying to get it in there. But Devils, the defense, right from the start, got after it. Devils were down 6-4, went on a 6-point run. Couldn't see that. It went down. Show me something. And
happy belated birthday.
Dom's birthday was today?
Yesterday.
Okay. Then happy birthday, Dom. So I knew we asked for some birthdays out there. I know I saw another one, though, online today. So anyway, 10-6 after that 6-point run in the first quarter. After a free throw, first quarter, 10-7, Blue Devils with the lead. Devils opened up the second quarter with a 12-point run, and that's where it all started. The defense got after it, turned it into offense. It was 22-7. We gave up a bucket on the other side at 3:17. The first basket of the second quarter wasn't until 3:17 left in the half. Devils would hit a bucket 24-9 at the half. Tell you what, Alton wasn't going away. They got it within 28-20, and that surge and that next 3 or 4 transitions, Devils hit a bucket. Then we had the and one as Dom Clay went in, got fouled. He completed that. Then we had a three-pointer right after that, and that would have had to be Milton Whitfield from the right corner. And immediately we're up 36-20 by 16. At the end of 3, it was 38-23. Is that right? Yes, because, again, they got within 8 there. And so we had a 15-point game going in the fourth quarter. And fourth quarter didn't really get close. It was 45-29. But at that point, Devils put another 11-point run together, got up 56-29, and they close it out 56-33. Great on the defense, as Coach says, 1 point per minute of the ball game, and still put up 56 on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, and playing the defense like they did, and the deflections, and getting the rebounds, and making Alton one and done, because they took a lot of threes, and a lot of long rebounds, but we handled our business, on the defensive glass, and and then when we got those rebounds, it's one pass out, a couple dribbles, and then another kick for a shot or a layup, and our transition offense was very, very good tonight.
In that front row over there before the ball game, I saw the Bruners and, of course, Niederhausers, as well as John and Linda Rhodes. And I said, don't you guys like each other? John and Linda were 3 seats apart. Well, they were saving seats for family of Denny Reinberg. Remember Denny Reinberg, obviously, a good ball player at Quincy High, went into coaching as well. His younger brother was a couple years ahead of us. Mike, I think it was, played for St. Dominic's, and he went on to play at Quincy High, a good little shooter and skinny guy. He's been gone for a little bit of while, but his family was going to be in those 3 seats in between the roads. So a shout-out to them. They were also down at Belleville West. So it's kind of nice when Blue Devils from all over. We mentioned Cancun and some of the other places across the nation and outside the nation. So glad. And if you do sit out there and you've listened and you've not given a shout-out till now, go ahead and get on Facebook. Send us a shout-out. Get on Mecca Sports and give us a shout. We will. And a lot of times I get preoccupied by the game. And until Coach Pettit grabs me and says, hey, so-and-so wanted a shout-out. If you didn't give me a shout-out before the game, like Grandma Susie did, to tell Mr. Winan, good. He gets a shout-out at the beginning and the end of the game for all that. So we'll be glad to get you here. Hey, let's go ahead and break down the scoring for Alton. They will end the season 26-7. They were led by their leading scorer, but he only had 13. That was Samaj Stampley. Good ball player. He was in all 4 quarters. He had 4 fouls towards the end, too. Kobe Taylor had 7. The other guy that was a stud as a guard, he also had 4 fouls late in the ball game. Then we got dropped down to 4 points out of Hassani Elliott. He's the point guard, and that came late. A 3-pointer by Ryan Howard, 3rd quarter. And then baskets by Lacey, Smith, and Machias. Green in the game, but did not score. Burnett also in the ball game, and I think they might have put a couple guys in very, very late. Oh, also, I forgot Ian Cambarian. But that'll be for the 33. On the other side for the Blue Devils, now 30-3. And here's one for you, Coach. The 6th time we have had 30 wins in a season. The others, last year, 1979, 1981, 1982. Where's our other one at? 1934. So the state champion there. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
30-game seasons. Congratulations to Andy Douglas and the Devils.
And this is our, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, our 33rd sectional championship, which is an all-time record, in the state of Illinois. And we've got, 64 regionals, which is also an all-time record. So, congratulations to the Blue Devil program as a whole.
Still haven't got that sectional title yet, though. We'll get that on Friday.
Well, okay.
But I'm glad you brought that up there. So how many is it right now?
So we got 32 and 64.
Thank you, Coach. I think somebody else had sent me some other news today. Frank Cash. Now, that was the one Frank Cash had sent me.
Yep.
He sent it to me and Brock about the 30-game season. Also, Dom Clay with his points tonight. Dom had 15, and I believe he was 33 from 1,000.
Yep,
so,
I believe so, yep.
33 minus 15 is 18 points.
Yeah. Well, and I tell you what, they have 3,000-point scorers, in the same class. Like I say, I still think this is the best total overall class, in Quincy High history. I mean, there's been better teams, but, a class of seniors, I don't see anyone better.
There you go. I know somebody's will debate you, and that's fun to do. I love to
fine.
see it. That's the great thing about Blue Devil basketball. You got all the history to do that. Hey, by the way, the scoring for the Blue Devils looked like this tonight. We had 4 guys in double figures, led by Dom Clay with his 15 points, 12 out of BL3. 3 of those baskets late in the ball game when he took control down to the rim and took it all the way. He had 8 in the second half, actually. 11 points from Keyshawn Thomas. Keyshawn double figures in rebounds in the first half. So we're figuring somewhere 15 plus, definitely north of that. Milton Whitfield, 10 for him off the bench. Good game by the Milton Whitfield, too. If you put it together, that's what it's going to spell and sound like. Also, Rico Clay Jr. came off with a good performance off the bench. He had 4. Louthan had 4 as well. And then guys in the game but did not scoring, Jarius Rice Jr., also Cameron Wires, who started the ball game. We'll check with his ankle and coach there. And I got a feeling, Coach, let's go through this first. Nathan Poulter did not score. He got in the ball game. Emmerich Batley got in late, and Max Wires, your fan favorite, as well. And I would imagine, knowing Coach and just overall, you're not going to be able to say too much about what's going on because right now what you do know is it an ankle, is it a knee? That you do know. We believe it's the ankle as it was taped up and iced up. But really until tomorrow. Now, the doctors will get in, check your growth plates, obviously. And now I'm not going to sound like a doctor. I don't even play one in a movie or any commercials, so don't think that I am. But with Cam, it's going to be one tomorrow morning, how we get out. And then, do we need exercise or not? That'll be the difference between a sprain, a mild sprain, and let's see if there's something in there going wrong.
Well, yeah, and, you keep your fingers crossed because, he's a big part of this team, especially defensively. What he did in the first quarter and a half, against Stampley, he did well.
Hey, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll pick our player of the game, brought to you by Mecca Sports. MeccaSportsCo.com. Coach, watch out for that court here.
Yeah.
And back with more of the Hardy's postgame show what was that again? mechasportsco.com.
Mecha Sports Co. is proud to sponsor tonight's Player of the Game. Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all Quincy High School basketball. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube to follow the action. Just search Mecha Sports Co. MECCASPORTSCO. And you can also find us at mechasportsco.com for the full game schedule and more.
Back here at Collinsville, Wellman and Pettit. We missed out on the pizza today. I didn't know if they would have anything in hospitality since there was only one game. Our crew over here at Alton, they were chowing down on the pizza. It was too close to game time for me. I couldn't go for it. So we'll go in and see if there's cold pizza afterwards. Coach, lots of good performances out here tonight. Off the bench, obviously Whitfield and Clay Jr., both Rico, that is. With that, we saw some good offensive spots. Keyshawn, of course, 11 points, lots of boards. He cleared the boards all night long. And early in the game, all the Devils, but Dom was hitting the passing lanes and getting into transition. That's where that 12-point run starting the second quarter came off with the pressure of the defense from the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and like I say, my biggest thing is defense wins ships, and tonight, the defense, by the Blue Devils was incredible, and it led to a lot of easy, opportunities on the offensive end.
Well, now we got to pick a player of the game, or we don't have to. But and I like the defense, by the way. We'll give them a nod any night, and we'll give a attaboy or an honorable mention to the defense as a whole. We gave team defenses before. You might wait till you get a championship at the sectional or the next level maybe for one of those again. But what'd you like as far as individual?
Well, I look at, Whitfield coming in and taking up, for Cam, when he got hurt, and still putting that defensive pressure, on Stampley. I think you got to go with Whitfield, and, Dom Clay was very good tonight. Hit the shots, was out there defensively, with the steals and the good passes, so, I would go with Whitfield and with Dom Clay.
Coach, I'll let you accept that there since so many times it comes my way. I'm not even going to share another one. I just like your picks. I do like Keyshawn's. 11 points were strong, but Keyshawn made 15, some good passes, got some assists, and he dominated the boards tonight. And, of course, BL3 did his magic. He had 12 points tonight. So we expect things from each guy, and we get those things. So sometimes when we expect them, we overlook them. Well, we didn't overlook anybody tonight.
No, when we don't expect them, that's when, sometimes they get named player of the game like Whitfield tonight. Stepping up, when Cam went out, I thought he did a great job, with his length, his, athleticism and his strength, and gave, Stampley a little bit different look, than the quick little guard getting into him.
And, of course, the defense looked pretty darn good. Hey, and speaking of some people that showed up for the game tonight, Dennis Douglas is down there at the bench. He's waiting to check in, I think. Bear's down there, and he's saying, I'm ready to check in. Let me in. And, of course, that's Jerry Douglas down there, Andy's dad.
Let me in, Coach. I'm ready to play.
And he could play. So many times we forget about Bear because he was the youngest, and he was a big guy. But he had quite a game in Northern Illinois, too. He put a good game together. Hey, by the way, Cornell Benford was in town last weekend on Saturday. Was over at Quincy University. Congratulations to them closing out the season there, waiting for their postseason tournament in their conference. But Cornell was over there, Ralph Mecklenburg, Sam Moore, and Coach Jim Bearden. So they had some fun out there and made a couple posts. Some of the old dogs, which is always good. And tell you what, Cornell could play. And for those who never got to see him play, that was a heck of a ball game there. So, and Stratman made his way by here now for us as well. Post-game show, just waiting for Coach. We picked our player of the game, and, of course, went with a two-game there, two guys run there, Dom Clay. Yeah. And then also after that, we've got Milton Whitfield as well. And you know what I love about post games in the postseason, everybody gets to talk to you, and you start pulling out the reporters from locally, usually your TV stations and stuff. Luckily tonight, we got our guys on a normal basis. Okay, we'll do. You got it. Coach Pettit has to make a run real quick. He's going to go down to the court and see run some wind sprints. So I got the camera out there. I wonder if we should watch Coach making that run. Post-game show, 56-33, and it's always a great post-game when the Devils win. And even after that, Todd Wamehainer across the way. As I see him up on the upper level, we have not seen him since last year at the shootout out there A wave out to Todd. And, of course, I've got my Tom Lepper 54 magnet. This has been with me all season long. It's right out here in front, and I always have to remember to pull it off. I took it off the banister during the holiday tournament, and when I took it off, somebody had taken a picture of us up here, and it wasn't there. Now, when it was there, the team was getting their trophy, and at that time, BL3's head was covering it up, so we did not see that. So good stuff out there, and Devils will play on Friday night now at 7 o'clock, and we'll wait for the winner out there as well. Good to see you, Todd. One of the greats there from the Blue Devil basketball era. Remember those days up at State, too. We weren't sure if the injury was going to keep him out of a game, and, of course, great players have great moments out here. Hey, I'm going to take a break. We'll be back with Andy Douglas. We'll talk to coach's comments, and that's brought to you by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai, faith, family, and giving back.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Kunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
At Blessing Health, our podiatrists and podiatric surgeons understand the importance of getting you back on your feet. When you experience foot or ankle pain or injuries, our team of experts is dedicated to restoring your mobility and relieving your pain. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
And welcome back. Postgame show. Take a pick there, Coach. I'm not sure. We'll find out which one you got there.
All right.
There you go. Hey, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Good job out
Thank
there.
you.
And I guess I've listened before we get to the game, because I know this is on everybody's mind, and I know most of the time we don't know when we have an injury early. All we know is ankle, it's a knee, or what it is, and then we got to really do a check. What's the word on Cam?
Ankle. Sprained it, stepped on the guy's foot coming down. So we'll see. Good thing is we had Dr. Durhickey here, Gary here, getting the boot on him early. So he'll have a couple days to rest up and kind of see where he's at the end of the week.
Well, we weren't sure here because it was right in front of us. It was basically 3 guys were guarding him, 2 behind him and 1 in front when he made that great pass to Keyshawn. And then once Keyshawn hit the shot, I thought something happened in the corner when Coach said, "Oh, no." That's Coach Pettit, by the way. And we're so glad to see him up. And about like that game, he got hit by that screen out front. And when he stood up, he looked dizzy. He bounced right back, so we'll take a look at that.
Yeah, no, we'll see how he responds.
All right, we start off playing a pretty good first quarter. We got a couple good steals early in the ball game, but when we turned, we dribbled the ball off of us. But we purely, from the very beginning, defense, and really it took over in the beginning of the second quarter. We had a 12-0 run. Defense converted to offense.
Yeah, 2 points in the second, I believe, is what I was told. I could be wrong there, but, our guys did a really good job of guarding throughout. I don't think we could have played to the scouting report any better than what we did tonight. I give our guys a lot of credit to pay attention the way that they did. Basketball season, I've said this a lot of times, is a really long season. You get to this point, it could be you want your guys tuned in all the time, but you understand that there's going to be a little bit of offness at times. But our guys did a really good job of paying attention during our practices, our walkthroughs, and executed our defensive plan to perfection.
Well, I thought we did a great job of cutting off passing lanes. And then when Cam did go down, we shift BL3 in there, but you bring in Milton. You also have Rico in there. Milton did a heck of a job on Samaj.
Yeah, Milton was phenomenal throughout. I think the good thing about Millie is we can tell him, like we're talking to him early on in the game on the bench, but we can tell him, hey, we need you to offensive rebound, and we know he's going to go offensive rebound. We can say, hey, we need you to guard the best player. We know he's going to lock up and go and guard the best player. He gave us scoring, which he's more than capable of doing. And more than anything, he was confident, stepped in with confidence. And, he's been waiting for this moment. You know, he's a type of kid that's been waiting for the moment for his number to be called and maybe a little more of a spotlight on him at times, and he played really well tonight.
Oh, I thought so too. And, of course, we always expect BL3 and the things out of him late in that ball game, taking the ball in the hole. Keyshawn, what a load from – he didn't let anybody – he took rebounds from his own men every time down in the court. Did you get a total on him on rebounds maybe?
I did not.
I'm thinking 15 plus at least.
Absolutely. I thought he was key. I mean, when shots go up, we all think he's coming down with the rebound. Sometimes he fights his own guy. Brad gets a little upset with him.
He went over Dom and took it away from Dom down here.
Yeah, but those are his. I mean, he's worked his butt off to get to that point and played really well.
And didn't you like the passing from him and BL3? Backdoor cut on the one. You know, his patience. Yep. Even I think Milton and Rico on the one. Rico got it, was close. Saw Whitfield, didn't go, but then all of a sudden didn't have anybody.
Yep.
Dishes it. Milton cuts to the basket.
Yeah, no, great ball movement. Guys were moving off of the ball. You know, they played with a lot of confidence.
Coach Pettit, what do you think? Oh, that's right. We had mentioned Coach had to run off, and he's making a trip back out here. We said he was going to run some wind sprints, by the way. So, well, it's great to come down and play this type of a ball game. And as Coach mentioned, and I did too with the team defense, you gave up 33 points, by the way, 4 late in a 32-minute game. That's 1 point per minute.
Yeah, it's again, I couldn't be more proud of him. Dom, the way he played, but you know, I could just go down the line. Brad playing his role. Everybody that stepped in did exactly what we needed to do, and you don't win a game like this without everybody stepping in.
Hey, we're going to let Coach, speaking of stepping in, Coach is going to step in for a quick end here. Go ahead, Coach. We'll let you join now that you're back out here. We've hit about every point possible. Let's see if you can give a question that we haven't given.
Well, I wasn't here, so. You know what I mean? I just thought, you know, Whitfield coming off the bench and, you know, for Cam, you know, when he got hurt, what was big, you know, giving Stampley another look. You know, instead of that quick little dude getting into him, you know, more of a physical and, you know, with the long arms, I thought he did a great job tonight.
No, he was phenomenal from start to finish. You know, we said we're not going to stop him from scoring. He's too good of a player to stop from scoring. He averages 20 a game. But we got to make everything as difficult as possible for him, and we did that for the most part. Milton was a big piece of that.
Anything else, Coach? Good.
No.
Well, and we talked about Milton. Of course, he picked Milton as the player of the game, followed up with Dom.
Absolutely.
And by the way, I had told Coach Pettit, that's how I used to dunk. When I missed the dunk at the YMCA, they went up in the rafters. Now, I know you were probably going, we don't need the basket, we don't need the dunk, but he just got to steal. What is he supposed to do with it?
Pull it out is what he's supposed to do.
Okay.
I would, if I was a player, I'd want to kill a guy that does something like that that does something like that at the end of the game. And you know, we had that talk. You got to be. We win with class, we lose with class. But you know, for him, it's an opportunity. It was off of a steal, so
yeah, it was fun. So I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Next time, make the dang thing.
Yeah, exactly. Or like I said, the ball went out of bounds up in the rafters. That's one of the few times we've had that. Although earlier this season in Halloween, there it is. It's still there. The yellow volleyball is still up in the rafters there. All right, let's get back to school or back to Quincy. Good luck on Friday.
Guys. Thank you.
We got off track there with a little bit of the, you know, as soon as I said that, Coach, I remembered that volleyball being up there during.
Well,
what holiday was that? Christmas? Thank you.
Maybe 2 years ago Christmas, I think, you know.
Indeed. By the way, Coach's comments are brought to you by Quincy Honda, and it's also called Cunis Honda, as in Cunis Hyundai. Faith, family, and giving back, and the family of Devils will play on Friday night. Can't wait for that. Actually, I tell you what, it looked like Louis Frame down there talking to the Louthans. Louis is one of the old guys from the 70s. That can't be Louis, can it? Anyway, if it's not, Louis is wondering what he's doing down here. His wife is. Coach, has been good stuff here. What's your last thoughts?
Well, win and survive. You know, get home. You know, get Cam. You know, I don't know what you can do to, you know, help him out, you know, to get him ready for Friday. But, you know, he's going to be a big key, you know, on Friday's game against Rocky and or, you know, Normal Community. So let's get him, you know, ready and healthy and, you know, get here and, you know, let's get after it, you know, on Friday because, you know, we've got something for Normal, and we've also got something for Rocky. You know what I mean? So I don't care who comes up here or comes down here, excuse me. But, yeah, we've got something special for them on Friday night.
Obviously, Rocky's been playing very good basketball, beat us at the end of the season to keep us from being undefeated in the conference. On the other side, Normal Community, we've had a 1-1, and we're looking for the rubber game.
Well, and they beat us last year on that,
Don't bring it up.
that play in Peak, and and then they went on to get second in the state. So, they're back. They're veteran team, and it's going to be fun. Whoever wins that game tonight coming down here Friday night's going to be a blast.
All right, everybody, take the time off tomorrow. We do not have a game tomorrow, but I get to drive to Sycamore and haul equipment and our furniture back to Quincy. So that'll be a fun day tomorrow. Thursday, MeccaSportsCo.com will be up at Bloomington, Bloomington Normal actually, as we'll be at the, what I would say, Redbird Arena. It has been named since that. And we got the late game that night, so check us out. And then on Friday, back down here in Collinsville for the sectional title. And then hopefully Saturday, depending on what the Raiders do, we're going for a state championship.
Yep. And like I said at the beginning of the season, we have a couple teams in this town that, when you look at it early, had the opportunity, as long as they stayed healthy and played well, to be at the state tournaments with an opportunity to win championships. And, we were talking about the Quincy High Blue Devil boys and the Notre Dame Lady Raiders, and the Notre Dame Lady Raiders are there, so they're going to be bringing home, a trophy. Hopefully it's the biggest one they got. You know what I mean? So this is going to be fun, and it's only just begun. We got another probably week and a half here.
And by the way, do they actually have different sizes, or the same size just with first or third on them?
Well, I
can't remember.
I thought it was first, second, third, fourth.
Right.
And, a little bit different,
A little taller?
But yeah, get the bigger one.
We'll check that out.
Get the big trophy.
And just give us some nets to cut down.
Yes.
Or
cut them down for us.
Give us safety scissors, give us glasses, have 2 spotters down on the ladder, and we'll be fine. Hey, that's enough tomfoolery over here. We'll bring him back in the next game as well. Coach Bennett, thank you very much for a good ball game. I'm Jeff Wellman. Down here in Collinsville, the semifinal, the sectional for Collinsville. The final here, Quincy High Blue Devils 56, the Alton Redbirds 33, and it's been Blue Devil basketball, watching it and seeing it and listening to it. We don't usually say the watching, so I throw it out there twice there on MeccaSportsCo.com. Good night, everyone.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.